Tell you, if you don't address it, it's not gonna change, like, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's a setup, you know what I'm saying? Even if you say, okay, we intentionally did this, I mean, hey, that's great defense, you know what I'm saying? It really is, it's great defense. But at the same time, you know how I do. I'm the type of guy, I move from here to there, lady. It ain't never for me to be on the Atlanta highway next week, you know what I'm saying? I got my uniform like I've been there the whole time, you know what I'm saying? Got my radio show going strong. All I gotta do is get out there, do a hell of a show. No matter where I'm at, they're gonna pack the house out, you know what I'm saying? Cause guess what? They wanna address the things that they listening to. They wanna respond to it, you know? Because they can be famous. Okay, I can get in here. We got Coronado, he's right here. He's at Montgomery Barber and Style this week. You know what I'm saying? He's on Bank Street. I'm gonna go in here. If I say the right thing, I can get my own show. And that's just how I go, like, you know? If I respond to the thing that he addressed and it make more sense than anything they ever listen to as a response, guys, shit, I'll be famous. You see what I'm saying, like that? It ain't right or wrong. It's not emotion. It don't have nothing to do with emotion. All it is sending my mail to the right address. That's what it's about. If you keep sending my mail to the wrong address, I can cuss you out my whole show. You know what I'm saying? And I can get away with it. Why? Because you sending my money and my mail to somebody, and it's not me. You know what I'm saying? I can cuss you out from here on out until you return everything that you stolen and reroute that what you done let somebody else take advantage of me. I can really actually cuss you out and get away with it every day because you conscious of it, and society is too. They conscious that that's what you doing. You know what I'm saying? And all you doing is waiting for somebody to say, I'm gonna whoop your ass. Because guess what? That's the bell that they looking for. You know what I'm saying? Because your children, guess what? Your children do shit they ain't supposed to do all the time. But you know the only thing that make that bowel start moving and make them finally start getting shit together is when you tell them today I'm gonna whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? Then it's time to do. Man, I'm talking about, look at here, dog. Man, they stomach been full for the last 4 days. Why ain't they bowel moving? Why? Because you deserve to whoop their ass and they getting away with it. You know? Soon you tell them today I'm gonna whoop your ass, ain't no way out of it. Man, that bowel start moving like nobody business. I'm talking about anything they trying to clean up, trying to wash the dishes, they gotta do again. You know what I'm saying? Gotta go shit again. Cause that's that lactic acid that they missing. That ass whooping that you on, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Today is the day to pass judgment on you, you know what I'm saying? For all your evil deeds and shit. Well, when I tell you today, they don't know left from right. Been knowing left from right their whole life, like, you know. Been knowing how to hold their pee, hold their shit. You can be able to hold their shit all day, but today they just can't hold it, goddamn. Goddamn, you want to wash the dishes, you want to vacuum, you want to do everything, you can't do nothing. Why? Because you know they for real about whooping your ass. You know what I'm saying? For real. 29-3? Man, what was that score, lady? 29-3? Man, please. When I tell you them folks got rich off of your ass. Listen here, Mr. Eagle and Mr. Tiger. When I tell you the bookie is living off of you from here on out, they ain't got to make no more money in Vegas. That's how much money they made off of you yesterday. I tell you, Las Vegas, man, they sitting fatter than a fat rat off you. You know why? Because the whole game, they gave Mississippi the odds, and everybody said it's impossible. Everybody said it. Everybody said Auburn gonna win this game. But the whole time, man, they said the percentage of Mississippi State winning this game is way more than 500%. Every time you looked at it, every play that they made, every play that Auburn made, they still said that the whole game that Mississippi State was gonna win. But according to the AP poll, guess what? Everybody in the SEC was rolling with Auburn, as far as I know. You know, as far as I can tell, people said that Auburn was gonna win. You know, that's how I thought it was gonna be. And you know what it came down to? That halftime. This is when I dozed off. I said, forget it. All my strength left me because I was like, God damn, this ain't even a game. That man on the 1 yard line. You know what I'm saying? It's 3-6, 6-3. You know what I'm saying? Why did them guys throw everything in? Why did they give up? Like, yeah. Why did they stop when they had control of it? You know what I'm saying? Better team, better defense, better everything. You know what I'm saying? Why are they folding? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Why are you folding? Why are you throwing everything in? You know what I'm saying? And this is the most powerful part of the game. You go into halftime. You about to go into the locker room. You know what I'm saying? Why did you basically just give them momentum? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. Did somebody tell you they gonna beat your butt and that ball start moving? I'm gonna tell you, ladies and gentlemen, when somebody say they gonna beat your butt and ain't no way out of it, they gonna get you today. That ball does start moving, goddamn. If you've been getting away with stuff you ain't supposed to get away with, you know what I'm saying? It's just a real phenomenon. I ain't lying, man. I think it's a game, man. I'm talking about that thing is real as it's supposed to be. You can be sitting up there, your not correctional, but your parole officer keep coming in and checking on you. Your parole officer sending people in there every day to check on you. These are the things you're not supposed to be doing. If we catch you violating, you're going back to prison. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Goddamn, at first you paid attention a little bit. You know, you was doing stuff you really weren't supposed to do. But you said, shit, everybody make mistakes. They send you a couple of pastors in there, a couple of priests in there to pray for you. Because they said he on the borderline. He's on the borderline. At any minute he can relapse and just say fuck it. You know what I'm saying? And basically as soon as you started, you basically did that. So now now all your customers are powerful people. Every last one of them. Every last one of your customers, some of the most powerful people in the city. Why? Because they want to be able to tell. They want to be able to tell people that they know you. That's what they want to. You know what I'm saying? It ain't because you couldn't have that good. It ain't because you buy all the equipment that you need. You know what I'm saying? That ain't why. They not there for you because of that. Because you giving out the best haircut. Because you cleaning your tubes. Because you keep everything spick and span. Nah, that ain't why. They there, they praying their ass off for you. You know what I'm saying? Because they count on you. They count on you like Jeremy Johnson. They count on you. Goddamn, we got our chips on your ass. You going to get the Heisman. You going to be first round, first pick. You a pro-style quarterback, goddamn. We got our money on you. That's why they there. That joker might get a goddamn haircut like Bobby Brown, that motherfucker. One side high, one side low. Just depending on how you feeling, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. That's just how it goes, man, you know. And I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I never forget Barack Obama. His barber retired. Okay, if Barack Obama's he gonna keep on clocking in, why is his barber retired? You see what I'm saying? That's how you know something just ain't right. It don't take a genius to look at a situation like that and say that don't sound right. Okay, this man is going to take on the toughest job that ever in the history of jobs. That's what he getting ready to do. But the man that was grooming him been to retire. You know what I'm saying? Why is that, ladies? You know? Why did he retire Obama's chair that he used to get a haircut in? He's still gonna be getting a haircut. You know what I'm saying? He still got to get his haircut. You know? So those are the things you have to ask yourself. Situation like that, you know. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. But I tell you, you know, Iron Bowl, let's make it exciting. I want to see an exciting Iron Bowl. That's what I want to see. I don't want to hear that they had too much pressure on us. Our schedule was too tough. I don't like that, you know what I'm saying? I want you to play a strong, aggressive game, you know what I mean? And you know, ladies and gentlemen, I know people, you know, there is something called the Gene Chizik Party, you know, and you never know who they are. Just like the loyal and the faithful, the few, the proud, the Bear Bryants, you know. You do have people that don't want Bear Bryant to be put to shame by somebody from LSU, you know. You do have that out there. People don't want this guy to pass Bear Bryant, you know. They really don't, like, you know. They saying Bear Bryant is better than him. Even if he's starting to edge ground on him and get closer and closer, or if they can prove that he's better than him. People still don't. You're going to have people to say that Bear Bryant was better because the circumstances, his circumstances are different. You know what I'm saying? It was a different era. He wasn't playing in it was a different era. He wasn't playing under those tough and difficult times like Bear Bryant. You see what I'm saying? But you got people saying that Gene Chizik should have never been fired. You know what I'm saying? If Gene Chizik was still there, then Auburn probably would have won 2 or 3 more times. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't give him no time to readjust. You know? They didn't. But if you actually add all of Malzahn's losses and measure them against the times that Chizik lost, Chizik he's better. You know what I'm saying? Even though he was having a terrible season when they fired him, look how many powerful games Malzahn has lost. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I'm talking about in the last 7 years. You know what I'm saying? I lost a lot of games, a lot of powerful games. You know, I tell you, I mean, you don't have to fire the guy, but I'm just saying. I mean, I'm trying to get you to when are you gonna win? That's what I'm talking about. When is the win coming? And I hate that say, okay, we're united. I don't like that when they say, okay, as a state, this is how many championships we've won. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people deal with that, lady. You know, your friend come back around when you're doing good. You know what I'm saying? And even though this guy used to be your friend, now you know he's your enemy. But this day, you know what I'm saying? Because you got a raise, you know what I'm saying? You making more money than they ever thought you was going to make. Now how many championships we've won together as a state. You see what I'm saying? Well, shit, you just now done came up with this. I mean, it really ain't no we, you know what I'm saying? For real, though. Because we enemies, you know what I'm saying? But they not talking about that now. They trying to say that we're united for a common cause. It's to help people in need. And guess who's in need? The people that's saying that you're winning together. Now they're saying, guess what? We're here to help people in need. People that can't feed themselves. People that don't have enough to get by. You know, and you really cry real tears when you find out the people that they talking about is they themselves, and not the children that they showing on the TV. They're not talking about the children that's starving. They talking about themselves, like, you know what I'm saying? Because they wanted to win. They already spent the money. They took loans out. They went and bought property. They forged stuff. They're saying, I know we gonna win this game. They went on and took money out on the winnings that they were gonna be earning from Vegas. They already took the money and spent it, and now the money's not there, like, you know? That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Because I know this stuff right here I'm talking about just sound like Texas Hold'em. But this is for real. These people saying, I know we're going to win this game. It ain't no doubt about it. And if we don't win, we're going to cover the point spread. We're going to cover that. But they didn't, ladies and gentlemen. And you got to realize gambling is not only a pastime. To some people, it's their way of life, lady. That's the way they pay their bills. Is by gambling and hustling. That's all they do. You know what I mean? I tell you, they took a tremendous beat down. You know what I'm saying? That's a real beat down when you're taking out a high percentage loan like that and you don't have no way to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? It really is. Like, I can see if somebody said you was crazy, you was out of your mind. Well, he don't have all his marbles. But you know what I'm saying? Nobody never said you was out of your mind. Even though you blow all your money, you blow all of it. I mean, you blowing real money, you know what I'm saying? You out there spending real money, you know what I'm saying? And some people take them to sweat probably for 365 days, they sweating for it. You blowing it in 10 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Goddamn max bet. Max bet up the ante, you know what I'm saying? In 10 minutes, you done spent some. It took somebody 365 days, a whole year. It took them to get that money. And you done went down there and blowed in 10 or 15 minutes. Talking about max bet up the ante. I know this gonna fall through, you know what I'm saying? You see how it go like that? Only for you, probably about 10:30, they found out that Auburn just ran all the way out of juice. Like, that their battery was all the way out and they couldn't find the charger, you know what I'm saying? Ah, man, anybody got an iPhone charger? Shit, my battery about to go. And nobody in the place had one, you know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?